Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I want to talk about hip thrust. I know it sounds like a boring topic, but don't click away because I got an opinion on hip thrust and some people might not like it, but it will help educate you on why I think they are just kind of silly. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, I was sitting around tonight eating a Subway Chipotle steak wrap because I was a little bit hungry. Sometimes big, hairy, ugly dudes get hungry. So I'm eating this Chipotle steak wrap, which is actually pretty good. And I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see, excuse me, some dude doing hip thrusts with 180 pounds for sets of 5 reps. Now, the fact that he's doing 5 rep sets with a lightweight is, that's inherently silly. The fact that he's doing hip thrusts to begin with, I could go on a diatribe about how useless in general this exercise is and how it's become an obsession for people when they should be obsessed about other areas of strength. They're obsessed with locking out their hip thrust for 5 rep sets, but they're not obsessed with bringing up full body strength from head to toe in other major lifts or even working on their deadlift form. I mean, people that are doing hip thrusts, you can go and check out their squat and deadlift form, and half the time that is really screwed up, but that's beside the point. The point of this video, and this is something I find interesting, is that one thing when it comes to the hips, they are extremely important in locking out the deadlift and squat. People will obsess about the hip thrust. They'll completely obsess about bringing up the strength of this lame exercise. And yes, I call it lame because I don't feel it's particularly useful, meaning there's a lot of other things you need to fit into your programming before these. And I'll give you an exercise I believe is actually of value at the end of this video. But what I find interesting is the people that are obsessed with this exercise, and God help you if you criticize them for using it, when you look at their squats and deadlift, they are not using the hips, most of them, and I hate to generalize, but most of them are not using the hips to lock out the squat and deadlift. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me educate you guys for those of you that are not aware. The hips and the glutes are primary movers on the squats and deadlifts in the lockout portion of the lift. In the deadlift, once you stand up, you lock out the deadlift by pushing your hips forward, not just continuing to pull on the bar. You will see on people that kind of hitch on the deadlifts that they leave their hips back, and the only way for them to get under the bar or pull it up is to slide under it with their knees because their hips are remaining back. People on the deadlifts, you will just watch, they'll leave their hips almost all the way back, and there's no drive, no snap forward to help you lock out the deadlift. That is an essential for the deadlift lockout. Now, same thing for the squats. You'll see people trying to stand up in a squat and their butt is remaining back almost all the way to lockout. And then as they stand up, it just gently moves forward. There's no hip power. There's no hip drive at all. Hip drive is essential in squats. It is essential in deadlifts. It is a lockout essential. Now, many people don't know this, I understand. But if you are going to be doing hip thrusts, you need to at least make sure you understand how to deadlift and squat first. If you are obsessed about hip power and hip strength, first you need to actually use your hip power and hip strength in the lifts you're trying to build by using the hip thrust. Now, do I think the hip thrust is the best choice in the gym? Absolutely not. If you want to build up your hip power, if you actually feel like your hips are weak and you are focused on bringing the hips forward in squats and deadlifts, I recommend doing the Dimmel deadlift. The Dimmel deadlift is basically a hip hinge, and it's done with 20 rep sets really quickly, and it will really engage your butt and your hips much better than the hip hinge will, in my opinion. After you do deadlifts, you can simply drop the weight a little bit and do 2 sets of Dimmel deadlifts, and that's about all you need as an assistance exercise for the hips. So that's my opinion. I just think it's rather ironic that people that are obsessed with the hip thrust and are loading up bars with ridiculous amount of weights don't even know how to use their hips in the squat and deadlift. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. If you've made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.